Hey guys, welcome to today's video, and today I want to show you how you can go and organize your projects when you work in Logic. Right now this is the default that we see when we open Logic, and now I'm going to import some stems. I go here and take the stems like below from this channel. Do not go here up. Most of the times I just go here, and we always want to create new tracks. This is now a question that might pop up. For example, right now the project is on 44.1, but the samples are on 48. Most of the times there is not such a big difference, to say the truth. If you listen to it, if your computer is powerful, you can go and put the 48, but most of the times I just work on 44.1 and everything is okay. I will just go and convert to the file or change the project. This is up to you. For me, I just always convert the file because my computer has power, but sometimes it might need a bit more push, so the 44.1 are better option for me. Cool, now that we have our stems, by the way, we know that the track is on 122 BPM, and let's go and play a bit. Okay, this sounds fine. The next step that we want to go and do is go and rename everything, because right now in our section these are the files, and if we want to find, for example, the kick and the lead, yeah, it might be a bit here easier, but we can make our life easier. So I'm just going to rename here, double click on the channel, and this is the lead, let's say lead 1, and then just click on your keyboard the tab, and you go directly down, and this is the guitar. We have here the amp lead, castanet, I don't know what it is, it's a percussion, I think. Here we have the choir, and so on and so on. Let me go and fast forward. Now that we have renamed here everything on the left side, we can go here and select all, and you can go and right click. If you don't find the name regions by tracks here up, you can go on the name and color and then choose the rename regions. Here the name regions by tracks, and then everything is going to be renamed here for what you have on your left side. Now the next step that I always do is go and group everything. So for example, here right now I always start with the kick and bring the kick up, like up here, and then I find all the drum elements that we have on our track. By the way, you can go and choose a lot of different channels if you go here and click the shift and then you select everything. Let's go and find, yeah, we have also this one here in the top loop. You can go and also click the command to multi-choice, and then we have here the fill and the tone back. Anything else here? I don't see anything, so let's go and bring everything here up. And now we have here our drums. So we have this section is our drums, and I select everything, right click and create track stack. We want to go and use the summing track, and I renamed this one drums. Let's go and make this one slow. And then my next step is to go and put everything here on the bass. Like we have one mid bass here and one groove bass here, and I saw now that we have also another fill. If I go and, because I want to be sure that, yeah, this is a drum fill, so I can go and bring this one up again here, and we have the fill number 3. And now I don't see any other bass. I just go here and let's go just to be sure if this is a bass here. No, this is not a bass. So let's go and make this one also a group. And this is our bass. And my next step is to go and find the lead instruments. This is a percussion, so that means we can go and break it here up. Let's go and make small again. And right now we have here this leads and instruments, amp lead, guitar. Let's bring the choir and the vox down and the effects also down. So I always go and put everything with the synths or instruments in one stack. Cool, now that we have here our instruments and leads, let's go and put them here. These two, what it has to do with vocals, I always put them in one stack, and I rename it Vox. And the other one is the effects. Right now, just leave it like it is because we have only one channel. And now, why I do this? Because, for example, if I want to go and compress only the drums, like a glue compressor here, let's say that I want to find something, to fine tune something here. Now I have here all the drums, and if I want to go and use a compressor, I have so many plugins here. And if I want to go and use a compressor here, I can just go here and try to compress a bit here on the drums. Cool, now that you know the reason why I do this, the next step is to go and clean everything out. Right now my arrow here is going to change on a cross, and if I go and start here, I want always to take everything out that we don't have in our channels, because this will also sometimes might take some RAM here from your project, because it is going to try to find something there. And let's go and delete everything that doesn't belong there. I'm just rough editing, let's say right now. Take these things out, but be careful. If I go and zoom in here, for example, if I go and take a bit more here, you see that I might take something out here from this percussion. There is just a little bit here sometimes, so you have to be careful. I always leave a little bit more space. Let's go and do this thing again here. So for example, right now it wasn't correct. Let's go and zoom in and delete everything. Now change on the cross again here. So let me fast forward. Okay, cool. Now that we have cleared most of the thing, and take this one also out. One thing that a lot of people do not know, and I have seen that a lot of people do not use, if you go here up, you can find here the track zoom. So what it does, it makes the track that you have selected to be a bit bigger in comparison with the rest. So let's go, for example, here in this case, let's go and open on the lead. You can see that right now, if I want to focus a bit more here, we have much more space to look at. So let's go and break it down again. And if I go and zoom out, we have, this is now that we have on our project. And my next step is always to go and color everything. So I have here on my drums, if I go and open here the selection, I have the colors. Let's go and bring them here. The method that I do it most of the times is just go and open the mixer, and here have everything more intact that I want. I go and select everything, for example here on the drums, and I make the drums always on the red. But I leave here the drum bass, and the drum bass I tend, because I like to work also visually, I tend to do this color, the yellow color, or a bit more like greenish yellow thing. And then I go here on the bass and choose the two basses, and I want to make the basses like an orange. And now we have here the instruments, the leads, and I want to make the leads in this color. And now I have here these channels, the vox and the choir. and I want to make the voxel acquire like greenish, and the effect I will just go and make it like deep blue. And now if I go and make everything here back on our buses and choose, for example, the voxel and the bus, you can see that you don't have to go and search which color it is if you click also on the drum bus. So if you click on the drum bus, you have this information. So right now everything is in this color. And if I go here and open on my drums, you're going to see that the kick and everything here, we have this greenish background. And if I go and select all the colors here, I know that this is the drums. If I go and make it on the red, but in case you don't know which color you have chosen, you can go here and, for example, let's go here and double right click, name and color, and you can go and choose the color region by tracks. And now we have this color, and let's go and choose the leads. And again, we have name and color and color region by tracks, and you can also find it here up. The next thing is this one here, and everything right now you have intact. So I think that working with colors is really helpful a lot of times, and I find myself also easier to know, oh, okay, this is the lead, for example, this is my section here, and these are the drums. Let's go and take this one out, and this is the drums. And when I open the mixer, I know that everything in the red are the drums, everything in this color is a bass, and everything in this color is the leads. One really useful technique that I always do is go and send, for example, right now these are our buses and our folders, and they go everything on the stereo out. But sometimes I have something on the stereo out and I want to compare it with a comparison tool. And what I do is go here, everything, and I do in a small group and select here, press the X, select everything, and then I send everything here. Let's go on the bus 30, for example, and I choose this one and rename this one here to be the pre-master. And because I want to have also the pre-master on our here on our channels, right now we don't have it. If I go and click the X again, and I want to create track. If I go and create the track, now we have our pre-master. The same thing you can go and, for example, here we have the reverb. We don't see it here, but we can go and right click and create track. And now we have also the reverb here. Why you want to do this? Because sometimes you might want to automate the reverb here, and you have much more space, and it is much easier if you have on your project. This was a really quick overview of how you can go and organize your project inside Logic Pro. I hope you liked, and don't forget to subscribe if you want more Logic Pro tips.